Shane!
How do I prepare? Do some training, do some judo, movie jiu-jitsu. Got to do some precision driving, some nunchucks. We start about 4 months before we start filming, and then we train all the way through filming too. Yeah, we've got nunchucks, we got cars, there's some sword fights. We've got the amazing Donnie Yen and Hiroyuki Sanada, and yeah, I mean, I think the action in this it's the most action we have in any of the John Wick films, and probably the most complicated. He's toughest, most proud. There's a sequence that takes place in the Osaka Continental with the nunchucks and pistols. That was pretty crazy, but yeah, I would say that sequence. We expand the John Wick world. We learn more about the high table. There's some new characters, and the films I feel they're action, they're thrilling. I think there's a lot of emotion in this film, and they're funny.
Yeah, she's the matriarch of a certain area of the underworld in Berlin. That's how I describe her. I think she's she's theatrically cruel. That's how I describe her. Enjoys violence, but has a big sense of loyalty kind of through her core, I would say. He's kind. He's just nice. Him and Chad, the director, they're clearly mates. They've been mates for years, clearly. And when I I came in, I think our section started off the filming, and it was in Berlin, and they just welcomed me. Like, it was the start of the whole production, and they were just lovely. They literally just like, let's have a read through, and I thought it was going to be a read through with all the cast, and it was just me, him, and the director. And I was like, this is weird. And I'd been in a hotel room by myself for 10 days, so I probably came across as a lunatic. I was like, hi, people! Ha! And it was so lovely. Chad took me to meet all the dogs. I met all the stunt team. I saw them doing their art, because that's the only way to describe what happens here, this martial art. So yeah, they were very kind. Just a punch in the adrenal gland, like I had when I left. And I walked out of like a Soho hotel, and I was like, Soho is boring. That's what I felt.
Well, amazing, of course, yeah. Listen, I'm a Brit, so to be here at Leicester Square, and I'm a massive fan of the John Wick movies, always have been. I've been bugging the director since John Wick 1 to give me a part in it, and here we are. Yeah, he truly is the nicest guy you could ever meet. I mean, I know we hear that, but he lives up to it completely. He's just a super humble human being that's genuinely interested in everyone, and he's a cinephile, and you know what? He's one of the best action stars we've ever had, and I can say that as an action guy, because think about it, he's done 4 John Wicks, 4 Matrix, Speed, Point Break, amazing action films, all of them. He truly is the man. Well, the director gave me a call and he said, do you want to be in John Wick? I'm like, yeah, of course I do. And then he says, yeah, I'm going to have to talk you through what it is, though. I need to be on the phone with you. So for 3 months, he didn't tell me, and eventually he told me what the concept of the character was. And he was very much inspired by the fat man in Casablanca, sort of mixed with Sammo Hung, who's a Hong Kong martial arts legend, but a bigger guy, rotund guy. And, you know, it was a great character to sink my teeth into, and I think Chad knew that I could disappear into a role and do something interesting with it. Well, I'm going to see the film for the first time tonight, but I'm pretty sure that you're going to get a lot of kick-ass action.
It is really out of body, I will say. You know, when I was doing the work, when I was doing the stunts I was just so in the moment that I honestly kept not thinking about the big picture. I kept being like, right, day to day, what am I doing? Training, this, and shooting, like thinking about the schedule. And then now, this is the time where I'm zooming out and seeing that it's a movie. It was incredible. I mean, I think people underestimate how many people there are on set. You know, it takes so many people, so many technicians to like make a shot shine. So yeah, I felt very trusting of everyone on set, and it was a beautiful moment.
Well, it's nice to be in your hometown with a big smashing movie, you know. Enjoy it with this is the first time, actually, first premiere, so here we are. Yeah, in London. We have next week in New York. We got Berlin and Paris before, then New York, and then LA. But it's the first one here, so it'll be nice to see it with a big crowd. You know, we're good friends, and it's always good to be asked back again, and we have a good time. And you know, nobody knows quite the relationship of Winston and John Wick, but we intend to keep it that way because that's Winston. He survives. Nobody knows. Is he on the high table? Does he run the hotel? Is he the secret mastermind pulling the plug, or what behind it, or is he John's friend? All will not be revealed. Ballerina's out. There is a Chapter 5, which is a retro show that goes between John Wick 3 and John Wick 4. So by the time that comes out, Keanu may have recovered from his physical exertions on this one, and maybe we're in for number 5. You never know.
Exhilarating. It was fun. It's always great to see Keanu put the suit back on. I get my crew back together again, and we get a chance to take another shot at everything we wanted to do in the last 3. It's always amazing. He's the hardest working, most collaborative cast member I've ever worked with. This is truly him. He loves putting on the suit, and I think we both actually love making these movies because they're kind of based on things that we'd like to see. I just think Keanu puts so much of himself in it, and then, you know, Keanu's a great guy. He's got so much fortitude. I mean, his just will to do something more is always there, and I think that comes out in John Wick. Let's see, oh my God, we bring back our cast of Lawrence Fishburne, Ian McShane, Lance Reddick. We have Scott Adkins, Marco Zawar, Rina Samayama. We have Donnie Yen. We've got Hiroyuki Sanada, and of course, Bill Skarsgård.